What's up, movie lovers? Welcome to Apocaflix Movie News, our weekly movie news podcast where we break down the biggest stories throughout the week regarding movies. I'm your host, Jacob Bartley, and I'm joined yet again by Jake Berlin. What's up, man?
I'm good. Glad to be back, talking movies, talking Star Wars a little bit later. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, check out our Padawan podcast. That should be released shortly after movie news. But yeah, we got a bunch of trailers to talk about today, a few news stories, and of course, take one or leave one. And we're starting things off with a bang. So we got the first trailer for the Wolverine 3 movie titled Logan. So following a few weeks of a lot of images and plenty of teases, 20th Century Fox has finally released the first official trailer for the upcoming third Wolverine film titled Logan. While story points are still very scarce on the James Mangold directed film, the new trailer shines a bit of light on where our characters are at when the story begins, as well as the tone that's a huge shift from the X-Men norm. Logan slices its way into theaters on March 3rd, 2017, and we'll see Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart in their respective roles one last time, as well as Boyd Holbrook, Stephen Merchant, Richard E. Grant, and Daphne Keane. So, Jake, you saw this trailer a couple days ago. How do you feel about it, man?
Blew my mind.
Yeah.
You had messaged it to Gio and I early morning as soon as it was released.
I saw it right when it was released.
I think the three of us were really looking forward to it, and it's fantastic. And we didn't really know what to expect going into this trailer, just because there isn't really anything released on the story so far. We know that it could have been loosely based on Old Man Logan, but it wasn't for sure. We knew that Patrick Stewart's Professor X was in there, but we didn't know what kind of role he was going to have, and we didn't exactly know who the ultimate villain was. Now we know a lot more after this trailer. The tone is something we've never seen from a superhero movie, period.
Not at all.
Nobody had mentioned this before. Christian Harloff mentioned it last night while I was watching the Schmoes, but it felt like Hell or High Water. It had a very Hell or High Water feel to it.
I haven't seen the film, so
an indie film
I wouldn't
style.
know. Yeah.
It was very small scaled. It's not saving the universe or the world or whatever it is. It's something very, very small, and I think that James Mangold has a fantastic grasp on this character and the direction he wants. Giving Wolverine lesser abilities as far as his healing factor is now no longer such a prominent power. We don't know what kind of shape he is in. Booze is now kind of his healing factor. Professor X looks like he's just beaten to hell. And so it's something we've never seen before, and the trailer is just magnificent, and the song Johnny Cash's Hurt is such a perfect choice, and it culminates into this perfect trailer. It's one of the best trailers we've seen in a long time, and I was excited for this movie before, but I can't wait for this movie anymore, man. March can't be here soon enough.
Yeah, to think, I was looking forward to Logan or Wolverine 3, whatever we thought it was going to be called, a lot. It was for sure going to be in probably my top 10 most anticipated, but this trailer might have elevated it to top 3, because this is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen before in a superhero movie. And you can tell just from this trailer and the tone of it. The trailer is amazing. It touches on the character and where he's at, and it has to do with personal issues and just a small story. And that's what we want. Even though it's very different, look at what Deadpool did. It was a small story. It wasn't about saving the universe. It was just something simple about this guy and a task he had. Kind of like that in a way, in that sense. But this trailer it's so beautifully put together, and the music just combines perfectly with the visuals. And you wouldn't think that this is a comic book or a superhero movie if you didn't already know. If you weren't familiar with that Wolverine was named Logan and anything else evolved in this world, and you just watch this trailer until the claws come out, you just think it's a drama starring Hugh Jackman, Yeah. And I'd see the influences from Old Man Logan as much as they can, the healing factor slowing down, the post-apocalyptic world. I think in a very different way, Professor X is replacing Hawkeye in that storyline, but very different, because you can't do it exactly the same way. But at least it's going to be like that. It seems like it's going to be that road trip. They got the Jeep in there, which is the best they can do. They can't have the spider buggy in this movie, obviously, but they have the Jeep, and they focus on the Jeep a lot. They want you to know that he's going to be in that Jeep a lot.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the influences from Old Man Logan. And who knows, there might be little hints here and there.
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
And I wonder if the big thing that happens in Old Man Logan, I think you know what I'm talking about, I don't want to spoil it for people, if that's going to be adapted at all. And maybe because, does he say, it starts, Logan, what did you do? So maybe that's what that is. So who knows? But anyways, just beautiful trailer. Like, I got emotional with the Power Rangers trailer because the nostalgia was more excited emotional. With this trailer, I got emotional just because it's just so beautiful.
Yeah,
it was a different kind of feeling, you know?
It's a great direction to take this franchise, especially following a movie like Apocaflix, which wasn't as held high as Days of Future Past or past X-Men movies, or even Deadpool for that matter. I think that Logan is going to be, they've talked about humanizing the character and bringing it down more to a more human story, and the trailer gives off that vibe fantastically. And there were actually 2 trailers released, a Green Band and Red Band. For those of you who don't know, it's going to be rated R. The Red Band trailer, there's only one scene change, but it clearly shows that this film is going to be rated R.
Oh, yeah.
And it's claws right through the bottom of its chin, through the skull.
And you see them poking out the top of the skull.
It was crazy. And I think that...
Wow.
Showing that in a trailer, just imagine what else is going to be in there.
I know.
It's going to be so much fun. And, credit to my good friend Shaw, my best friend Shaw, but this movie is now being compared to, like, they're saying they finally have made the Last of Us video game adaptation. The PlayStation video game.
No, I've heard those comparisons as well. I'm not familiar with the game, but I've heard those comparisons.
It's just this movie, man. I think that it's going to make a lot of money because it's Wolverine. It clearly shows Wolverine.
This character makes a lot of money in general. So, Hugh Jackman playing.
It's off to a really, really, really strong start.
Yeah, I cannot wait till March. It's going to be one heck of a month. All right. So now from one great comic book trailer to a great comic book teaser, in a sudden move by Marvel and director James Gunn, and after a number of pitchforking fans demanding footage after this year's Comic-Con, the first teaser for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 has been revealed. Being a true teaser trailer, the footage doesn't reveal much of anything outside of reintroducing our main characters and reminding those who didn't know that the sequel is in fact coming and soon. Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Volume 2 hits theaters on May 5th, 2017 and stars Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Karen Gillan, Michael Rooker, and Kurt Russell. So I'll go ahead and start this one off. I really like this teaser, and I think there's a cap on how much you can like it because it's just a teaser.
Yeah.
So for what it was, I really enjoyed it. I'm not going bananas over it like a lot of people are. Like, I had random people in my class earlier asking me, have you seen the Guardians trailer? I was like, yeah, it was awesome, but have you seen the Logan trailer? Because it's just you can't compare them. They're totally different things. But for what this Guardians trailer was, it's just an announcement trailer.
Yep, exactly.
That Guardians 2 is coming. For people outside of our space who didn't already know that, this is an announcement to the general public. Guardians is coming. It's going to have the same feel, different story. They got the same music in there, which I loved.
Hooked on a feeling.
There's some certain new things in there, like you got Rocket and why am I forgetting his name? Michael Rooker's character.
Oh, Yondu.
Yondu walking together, like that looked badass. And then of course you get the little baby Groot hint towards the end. Like it was just fun, and the joke between Drax and Star-Lord, like that.
Oh, that was so good.
That was great, one of the best parts of Guardians of the Galaxy is Drax and the way he talks and how like literal he is about everything. I'll never forget, like, it went over your head. He's like, I'm too fast, I would catch it. Like in the first movie, I'm like, yes, I want more of that.
My reflexes are too quick.
Exactly. So that's amazing, and we're gonna get more of that, obviously. But Jake, you saw this teaser trailer. How'd you like it?
Yeah, it's a good time. I mean, like you explained it perfectly. I think that it wasn't meant to show new footage or really get people like pumped up that new footage is coming. I think it was more of reintroducing these characters for one, and two, telling people who don't know that there is a sequel coming. Because a lot of people probably don't know that there's even a sequel coming.
That's true.
Yeah. In the movie space or pay attention to Comic-Con or whatever it is, because there hasn't been any footage. And I love that after Comic-Con there was this big demand from fans. Oh, release the Guardians of the Galaxy footage, and James Gunn released some comments and whatnot. I love that the first trailer we got is basically no new footage. Like it's basically the original movie, just in a different atmosphere. Like, there's nothing really.
It technically is new footage.
Yeah, but
you
there's
don't
nothing
see
really
anything
in there that's
new.
revealing. You know,
Yeah.
There's a few things like the nebula things.
Other than Baby Groot.
Baby Groot's interesting for sure. I guess we do get a look at the monsters that they're fighting in that concept art.
Oh, okay,
I think Gamora is jumping off of it.
Oh, okay.
In that scene, which is a slight glimpse. But the trailer's fun. I love the song choices going back. I'm excited for Mix 2. I'm excited to see what kind of songs they put in there. I'm really interested to see Mantis get in there, how Nebula's role is in there, Kurt Russell as well. It's going to be a fun time, and I'm really looking forward to it. Think about it. We have Logan in March and Guardians 2 in May. I think that 2017 is going to be a really, really strong year for comic book movies.
Yeah, I was wondering, Nebula, did it look like, what was up with her face?
Well, if you remember, she got like hit on the side of her head or something.
Yeah.
And that's why there's metal right there now.
Okay.
But also her hand was all jacked up in the original. Well, so I'm interested to see what happens with her arm as well.
I think her arm ripped off.
Yeah, it was like half an arm.
It was
something.
Stuck, and she broke it off.
Yeah, so it was like half her forearm or something like that. And but she's probably gonna have something to change, and it looks like not just Mantis has been added to the team, but Yondu and Nebula. So
yeah, that's what we've heard that rumor before.
So three female characters plus Yondu, which will be interesting because Star-Lord screwed over Yondu in the last one.
Yeah, I'm sure that conflict will get resolved in the beginning of the film.
Because now he knows about his father.
Yeah, so from that point on, they'll work together.
Plus, Michael Rooker was just so good as a character.
I love that they're expanding the team, and especially they need some more women in there. They're adding 2 more and you have to add Yondu. So I'm loving it so far.
I also love the end of the trailer how they vice versa the original with Groot now standing on Rocket's shoulders.
Exactly.
Instead of
I didn't realize that, but now that you mention it, it makes sense. All right, so movie lovers, do you like Joss Whedon? What about Star Wars? Well, then this next story might get you excited. While talking with Complex about a number of things, the Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron director revealed what kind of project he's interested in after he tackles his own screenplays. Whedon said the following, quote, "Do I want to make a Star Wars movie? Yeah, I was like, I don't want to make a Star Wars movie. Like, gee damn it, why? But I saw the trailer for Rogue a while ago, and I was like, I want to do that. To make a Star Wars movie and not be wed to the bigger picture," end quote. Whedon, who is currently working on a passion project for has publicly stated that the days spent on set his giant Marvel films tired him out. But it seems like the new adventures of the galaxy far, far away is getting the acclaimed director excited for big projects again. So, Jake, how do you feel about these comments from Joss Whedon?
I like them. I like the comments a lot. I think that Whedon is a fantastic director. He's a fantastic producer. He's produced a number of projects that people don't know about, like the horror movie The Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
That idea came from him. He does a number of small-scale projects. He has his hands in TV a lot. He started off Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for Marvel, obviously the Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron, but I think he would do a really good job in the Star Wars universe. Obviously, it would depend on the project. Something much more smaller, I think an anthology movie for sure. Something that's just far away from anything we've ever known before, because that's kind of what Whedon does. So I would be definitely excited if he was announced as a Star Wars director. I think that after he does his passion projects, I think he has 2 of them lined up, that stepping back in the world of blockbusters is a great idea. Kind of what other directors have done, like Colin Trevorrow or
Christopher Nolan.
Or Rian Johnson did big movie, small movie, big movie. Like, they do that kind of stuff. So it'd be smart for Whedon to do that. Take a little break from the big stuff, because we knew that Avengers tired him out. Public comments everywhere. I'd be excited for it. I think it's a good idea. It just depends on the project for me.
Yeah, why not? A lot of people have this negative view of him because Avengers Age of Ultron wasn't received as well as people wanted it to be, and then they felt like he was like talking shit about Marvel with the backlash and comments and stuff. And I understand where he's coming from, and I don't think he should have like said some of the things he said, but I still think he's an amazing director. Like, I personally, the first Avengers is my favorite comic book movie of all time, and then I love Avengers Age of Ultron. Like, I don't think it's a better movie than the Avengers or even close, but I think it's so enjoyable that I love it.
They're 2 very different films too.
Yeah, but I get excited watching that movie over and over again, Age of Ultron. So to me, he's 2 for 2 in the big, huge blockbusters, in my opinion. So, and I would want him to do an anthology film or a Star Wars story, I should say. Excuse me. But
whatever.
But Because the saga films, I don't think he'd be a good fit for. But you know what's weird? I could see him doing a Han Solo movie. But who knows? Maybe Phil Lord and Christopher Miller don't do all of them.
Yeah.
Joss Whedon could do Han Solo too.
Or we were just talking about a little earlier. We're talking about a little later, but Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic. Or he loves female characters, so maybe a new female character, or maybe Ahsoka. I was just gonna bring up. That would be awesome.
That'd be
if
sweet.
Joss Whedon did an Ahsoka movie
and get because he had his hands behind Buffy the Vampire Slayer for so long. Get what's her name to play Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Buffy.
why not?
I forgot her name, but
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah, she's already on. She's in the Star Wars universe already, though. She's the Inquisitor, the female Inquisitor from season 2.
Just the voice.
Yeah. But no, I could definitely see that. I don't know if it could be just called Ahsoka, but maybe an anthology movie where Ahsoka's the main character. Maybe not
The Last Jedi,
or something like that.
Star Wars story.
Yeah,
it'll have a Star Wars story in it. So
yeah, you're right, and rightfully so.
No, man, I can't believe you think that's better.
I don't.
Anthology is so much.
I just give you guys a hard time because I know you like it. But yeah, why not? A great director directing this great property. Why not? All right, our final trailer of the show might end up being one we're talking about for months to come. Acclaimed director Denis Villeneuve is currently working on Blade Runner 2, but until then, he has a little film coming out that's getting some major buzz. Arrival just got a final trailer ahead of its release, and the new footage continues to build excitement around the sci-fi film. Arrival stars Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Forrest Whitaker, and opens in theaters on November 11th, 2016. Well, I like this trailer. And I've liked all the trailers. I like the idea of this movie. I like the concept of it. I love the cast of it. I think even though she's gotten Oscar nominations and all this, I still think Amy Adams is highly underrated.
I agree.
I think she's amazing. I think she got nominated for American Hustle, and I didn't love American Hustle, but I thought she was the best part of the movie.
Well, she's now getting buzzed for Nocturnal Animals.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Small indie film.
I think she's an incredible actress. I even it's her, some people complain about her in Batman v Superman, but it's not her fault. It's the way that character was written in that movie. I think she's amazing in Man of Steel. So
she's great as Lois Lane in general.
She is the main reason why I'm excited for this film. On top of the director, amazing director, and the rest of the cast is phenomenal. And these trailers have been really good, and I like the concept. It's original sci-fi. And I can't wait to check it out. I think it could end up being one of the best movies of the year. So I do like this trailer a lot.
I think that you nailed it on the head. It's original sci-fi, and that's what gets me most excited. The cast is great. Forrest Whitaker has kind of been all over the place lately, which is awesome. I love seeing him kind of get a resurgence. Amy Adams is fantastic. I think her in a lead role in a project like this is very interesting. Jeremy Renner, especially in this kind of movie too. We've seen him in big blockbusters in the past, Mission Impossible, Bourne movies, Marvel. Seeing him take a step back in this kind of movie is exciting. It's getting incredible buzz from everywhere. People are raving about it. So that definitely gets me excited. And the director, obviously, Sicario, Prisoners, Enemy as well with Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's right, yeah.
Just fantastic. So Arrival is definitely one to look out for. The trailers have been good, and what I like about them most is they're all only like a minute long.
Yes,
they're not showing anything.
That is great.
And with a movie like this, you can't reveal too much in a trailer, else the movie's not going to be as satisfying.
I don't want to watch. If another trailer comes out, I think
it
for our movie news show.
Yeah,
I would watch it.
I'm pretty sure it's titled the final trailer, so it doesn't look like we'll see anything else.
Yeah. Great marketing.
But think about it. We get a crazy sci-fi fantasy in Doctor Strange one week, and the week after we get a sci-fi original in Arrival.
Yeah, it's getting that time again where we're going every week no matter what. And excuse me, that was not our last trailer. I accidentally skipped a trailer that I forgot to talk about. So moving on to a highly anticipated movie that has quite a bit of weight on its shoulders. Assassin's Creed is now just 2 months away, and to keep the diehards interested and get the unknowns excited, Fox has released an action-packed new trailer for Justin Kurzel's video game adaptation. Starring Michael Fassbender, this new trailer dives much deeper into the story while still showcasing its amazing 15th century action. Also starring, I always mess her name up, but Marion Cotillard, Jeremy Irons, Michael K. Williams, Ariane Labad, and Brendan Gleeson. Assassin's Creed will be released on December 21st of this year. So excuse me for skipping that topic, but we're bringing it up now. Jake, how do you like this new trailer for Assassin's Creed?
I'm going to recap this trailer without the music. The music for these marketing has been horrible.
I was just horrible. it throws off the whole movie.
And it's
the whole
like they had that whole Kanye West thing going on with the first trailer, and then this whole Powers thing going on in the second trailer.
No.
If you put like drum beats or a normal score in the background, this trailer kills.
I know.
It freaking kills.
And I'm wondering what the actual score is going to be.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
well, I believe it's going to be really good because Justin Kurzel, he did the Macbeth.
Okay.
The new Macbeth that was
wow,
last year
they got
with
like
Fassbender.
this whole team back together.
The three of them.
That's crazy.
So I have.
Well,
great
it's the
confidence
director
and Fassbender and Cotillard. The three.
And
of
then
them.
you said, oh, you're just saying the director.
Yeah, the
right?
director.
Okay,
the director.
okay, yeah.
So I have confidence in the music as far as the film goes. But as for the footage without the music, it's really good. Like strong. I love the way the trailer is set up as well. It kind of brings you into this present day, maybe futuristic setting, and then it shoots you back to 15th century and gives you all the action then. It kind of goes back and forth. What's interesting is you see the assassin, his ancestor, actually in present day in some kind of like shadowy form or something. And then you also see him kind of fighting back in present day with the bow and arrow and all this kind of stuff. So
yeah, I don't know how it works.
Yeah, there's some whole mind tricks thing going on,
yeah.
which is very exciting. I think Fassbender in this kind of role is awesome. We know that Warcraft wasn't the hit we wanted it to be. It looks like Assassin's Creed may be that. It has a lot of weight on its shoulders.
I hope so.
But it's exciting. I think the footage is very, very interesting, very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it more than I was before watching this trailer.
Yeah, definitely. The footage is good, but the structure of the trailer, especially the music involved, is just... I was like, what are they doing? Didn't they learn their lesson from the first trailer? You would think so. I didn't hear anyone say that. I mean, I think Gio liked the music in the trailer, but I didn't hear many people say they liked the music in that trailer. And the same goes for this one. It ruins the trailer for me.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'll watch it on mute and just look at the visuals, and it looks amazing. As much as I know about Assassin's Creed, it looks like it's following that lore. I don't know a lot about the mythology or how it works. Like I was under the impression that like they like go to sleep and then wake up in the consciousness of their
kind
ancestor.
of like a Matrix style thing.
Or like Avatar, you know?
Or Avatar, exactly.
But it looks like they're actually physically in action.
Well, I think that
in present day while they're connected to the
I also think
ancestor.
That Fassbender's character is maybe forced into it, but the others around him are doing it by participating. Like
I think that's
Michael Kenneth Williams.
I'm not sure though, because they all had those suits on. It looked like they were kind of like prisoners of that area, you know?
Yeah.
I think they take because wasn't he locked up? He was. So I think they take criminals.
See, this is what's exciting. We're debating, like we don't know what's
going on.
We don't know,
but still, I like the idea that they have a team out there.
Yeah.
And then like I guarantee you, there's a situation where like if they die,
in real life.
Yeah, they die in kind of like the Matrix, you know?
Exactly.
So it kind of reminds me of the Matrix. I never really made that comparison until now, like Matrix, kind of Avatar, and I'm looking forward to the movie.
It should be fun. I think that's gonna be fun.
Just stop putting freaking stupid songs in the trailer. All right, moving on to our newest. You wouldn't call it new anymore.
No,
Take one, leave one.
Just the basic original show.
Staple of our show, our segment. Take one, leave one. And first up. Our first matchup today consists of a pair of comments from two very different movies. The first comes from Vin Diesel, and while speaking with Entertainment Tonight about Fast 8, the actor said, "Fast 8 is different. It's very, very dark. It's kind of cold-blooded. It is going to hit you like a ton of bricks." He also continues by including both Fast 8 and Oscars in the same sentence. Directed by F. Gary Gray and also starring Dwayne Johnson, Charlize Theron, Jason Statham, Kurt Russell, and Helen Mirren, Fast 8 rides into theaters on April 14th, 2017. The next comments are from Silence producer Erwin Winkler, and while speaking with Deadline about the long-awaited Martin Scorsese film, Winkler says Silence is his best movie. Silence will finally be arriving on December 23rd and stars Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver, and Liam Neeson. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and start this one off. So it's tough because both comments are coming from some people who have a lot to gain in the success of these films.
And also have a lot to do with the film.
Exactly. Yeah. So, of course, Vin Diesel is going to praise his movie, Fast 8. He's the highest producer on that project. And then, of course, the producer of Scorsese's film would say something like that. But I'm going to take Winkler's comments. Because here's the thing. If you if you would have said that this is one of his best movies, you're like, wow, one of his best movies? That's great. But for someone to come out and say this is his best movie, that's insane.
Yeah, you got Goodfellas, The Wolf of Wall Street, you have like all these movies.
Taxi Driver,
years.
The Departed.
The Departed.
Like,
yeah,
oh my god. Like, think about it. He's one of the best directors of all time, if not the number 1 or 2, you know? It just depends on your...
He's on Mount Rushmore.
Your style. Yeah, definitely. And so... I kind of believe Winkler more because for you to say, like, it is his best movie, in his opinion, that's a bold statement. And you don't want to just throw stuff like that out there. Vin Diesel's comments, I don't see a Fast movie being dark. Like, doesn't really make sense to me. That, especially lately, they've been action with a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of comedy thrown in there. And I just don't see... The bad parts of these movies are when they try to get too serious. Mm-hmm. Like the stuff with Vin and Michelle Rodriguez's character in the last one. Like, I don't care about that stuff anymore. You know, I liked it in the first couple movies, but it's just I want these to be fun and funny and energetic.
They're big popcorn movies.
I don't need these movies to be dark and serious.
They're released in April for a reason.
So that kind of worries me about the film. So that's another reason why I take the Winkler's comments. And also Oscars with Fast 8, I mean, maybe special effects, but
that's what I was thinking. I think he may be talking special effects or something.
Which comments do you take? Which ones do you leave?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Scorsese comments, his producer's comments. I think Vin Diesel's comments aren't ridiculous, but...
No, I mean, he's just talking about the tone of the movie.
Yeah, I think that... Yeah. There's a chance it could be dark. You remember, there is F. Gary Gray is directing, who was Straight Outta Compton, of course.
You know what? As I was talking about that, I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, so
that doesn't mean I want the movie to be dark, but I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, there could be some elements in there that are darker than what we've seen in these past couple movies. But I'll be taking the silence comments. The film finally has a release date here in December. We're finally getting a look at it. It's been Scorsese's passion project for I don't know how long, but I believe that one a little bit more than the Fast 8 one. I think that Fast 8 does have a chance of being darker and grittier and a little bit, it hits you like bricks and whatnot, but like Jacob has said, it's been more popcorn fun lately, and I think that to continue the storyline at a fluid just line, I think you need to kind of continue that in a way, not just change it up randomly in one movie.
They've been successful.
Yeah, they're making billions of dollars off this franchise, so why change it?
Yeah, definitely. All right, our last versus today is a step away from our normal weekly matchups. America has found itself in quite an interesting spot in 2016 with two sides split right down the middle due to their ideological views. If we take that into the movie world and current powerhouse franchises / characters, there is no other debate than Captain America versus Superman. This isn't red against blue, rather red, white, and blue versus red, white, and blue. Each have the two most recognizable representations of America when it comes to pop culture icons, and we're going to debate them right here. So, Jake, you brought up this topic. This is your topic, and I'm sure you had one in mind. As far as representing America, who do you got?
Yeah, this is kind of more not like comic-wise, but current iteration as far as our cinematic universes goes. So, like Henry Cavill, Superman, and Chris Evans, Captain America. Although Superman is kind of the American hero, he's kind of known for like the American saving cats out of trees and like all that kind of stuff. As far as the cinematic universes go, I think Captain America's views are a little bit more true to the American hero than Superman's. And I think mainly that is because we don't really see Superman's as much or even to what his views really are in these films so far. He's still kind of this young hero, and we're still learning about him, and through 4 or 5 movies we've seen Captain America time and time again fight for America's freedom and views, and he fought his best friend in the last movie, and he took a team to the brink as far as because he believed in a certain view and what American was supposed to be, and so I'm taking Captain America and leaving Superman. I think if we were talking about the comics or anything else, I think Superman would take the cake, no problem. But as far as these movies go, I think Captain America trumps Superman.
Yeah, when you look at it that way, these representations of these characters, I'm going to take Captain America as far as, like epitomizing what it means to be American and representing America, because I feel like Captain America, even though the American government has kind of been screwing him over lately in the past 2 films, those ideas that he sticks to are from when he was living in the
40s, 30s,
to now. Like, he's still, that's the way he lives his life, based on those ideologies. So in that sense, I think he is the representation of America. I think even though Superman wears the red, white, and blue, and he is from the United States, I think Superman more represents planet Earth than he does America.
Interesting.
I think
I never thought about that.
difficult because, you know, Captain America is fighting primarily for this country. Like, if there was a war between countries now, like in modern day, like, you know, let's in the MCU, like there was an actual war, like World War III, Captain America would be fighting for the United States. If there was a war between countries with Superman around, he would just go stop both sides and fight for world peace.
That's true.
Superman would make sure the war doesn't happen because he's capable of that with his powers, but also he's like, no, we're not going to fight. Captain America would be like, oh, hell no, you don't disrespect America, let's go.
Kal-El just kind of so happened to land in Kansas.
Exactly. He could have landed in Europe and been somebody else, but Steve Rogers is from America. He is Captain America. So I'm going to go with Captain America for that reason.
Sweet.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up Apocaflix movie news this week. No Geo, so no Showdown Sunday. Hopefully we can get that going for you guys next week. Before we go, I want to thank Jake Berlin for joining me today, and let them know where they can find you on the web.
Twitter, Instagram, at Qui-Gon Jake, apocalypsemovies.com every day. Gio and I trying to put up all kinds of sites, or posts rather than on the site. And this YouTube channel every week. It seems like I've been on here a lot more than I thought I would be.
That's crazy.
I'm having a fun time.
You thought you were going to leave the podcast. You've been on more than Gio lately.
Yeah. Well, Gio's working his ass off.
Yeah, that's true. And you can find me, Jacob Bartley, on Twitter at Jacob Bartley _. Of course, on this YouTube channel, please subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoy all things movies. And until next time, take care.